Welcome back to Eurofootball Daily for this week's edition of Euro Transfer Talk. It's another bumper episode, so let's get straight into all the biggest stories of the last 7 days. We start this week with a name that has had, by his standards, quite a quiet 12 months. Messi left Barcelona for PSG last summer when his old club couldn't afford to renew his contract. The 35-year-old netted just 11 goals in his debut campaign with Les Parisiens, his lowest total since 2005-06, and upon their elimination from the Champions League by Real Madrid, was the subject of boos from the Paris faithful. Having signed a 2-year deal with the option to extend it a further season, it currently looks like the Argentine will see out this campaign in Ligue 1 before moving on to pastures new, or in this instance, it could well be pastures old. Despite it being reported recently that Messi was likely to move to MLS side Inter Miami, with Marca reporting the 6-time Ballon d'Or winner was also looking into purchasing a significant stake in the club, joining David Beckham as a major owner. But of course, Messi has a special relationship with Barcelona, and club president Joan Laporta hopes to capitalise on this next summer. Speaking to ESPN, the 60-year-old said, "Messi was everything. I think it's our responsibility to fix that chapter so it turns out like it should have, and that it has a more beautiful ending." Laporta then added, "As president of Barca, I did what I had to do, but also as president of Barca, and on a personal level, I think I owe him." And wouldn't you know it, club manager Xavi is also all for a reunion with his former teammate, having already asked the Blaugrana to look into securing Messi for the 2023-24 campaign and beyond, according to Sport. They suggest that such a move would also be the last in his career, in which he has won both countless trophies and individual honours, and in turn put an end to both his apparent ambition and the hope of the MLS that he could end his career stateside. However, PSG wants to keep hold of him beyond the initial end of his contract, recognising his importance to the club off the pitch despite some on-the-field performances, having reportedly earned the club more than €500 million in extra revenue over the last 12 months alone. Ultimately, and expectedly so, Messi remains a huge attraction, so we'll undoubtedly be seeing rumours considering his future pop up until an announcement is made, whatever that may be. As always though, we want to know what you guys think, so get involved down below in the comments. One player that PSG thought they would be able to count on this season and beyond though is Nordi Mukiele. The French champions have agreed a deal worth €16 million for the RB Leipzig fullback, who sees his contract expire in the Bundesliga next summer. All that was required for the deal to effectively become official was the 24-year-old, who grew up in Paris, to complete a medical, having already settled on personal terms. Mukiele, who has one cap for Les Bleus, would provide cover for Achraf Hakimi at right back, and is also capable of playing in a back three as well, should new boss Christophe Galtier choose to employ such a system. However, before pen was put to paper to close this deal, Chelsea have swooped in at the 11th hour to try and bring Mukiele to Stamford Bridge instead. According to Foot Mercato, Chelsea would even include Timo Werner in a deal for the former Montpellier man, offering the German to the side they signed him from just 2 years ago. The 26-year-old is much loved at the Red Bull Arena, having scored 95 goals across 4 campaigns, with the 34 he netted in the 2019-20, enough for Chelsea to activate his £47.5 million release clause. But of course it hasn't gone to plan for Werner in the Premier League, having only found the net 10 times in his first 2 Premier League campaigns. Despite this late bump in the road though, PSG remain confident they will sign Mukiele, who has made 146 appearances in his 4 years with RB Leipzig, expecting him to join up with the side in time for their training camp, which starts later this week. Chelsea's hunt for another defender looks set to continue. Entering the summer, there were questions about how Liverpool's front three would look for the upcoming campaign, as Roberto, Firmino, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah all entered the final year of their contracts. Well, Mane left for Bayern in a £35 million move, and Salah signed on at Anfield until 2025, which means just Firmino is yet to see his future decided. But now there is some news considering the Brazilian's time at Liverpool, although we are no closer to a solution. With Darwin Núñez arriving and Diogo Jota continuing to impress under Jurgen Klopp, the Reds are weighing up the option to cash in on him this summer amidst interest from Juventus. According to Tutto Mercato, the Bianconeri launched a €23 million bid for Firmino, but the Anfield club rejected this move, considering the offer unacceptable, instead valuing their asset at closer to €35 million, not too far short of the €41 million they paid Hoffenheim for his services 7 years ago. However, Klopp isn't said to be keen on letting the 30-year-old leave, with Fabrizio Romano reporting that he considers him a key part of the squad in the World Cup season. Last campaign though, Firmino played less than 1,000 minutes of Premier League football, thanks to a number of niggling injuries, and is unlikely to be a regular this campaign either. So we pass the question over to you. Should Liverpool sell Roberto Firmino this summer, and what would be a reasonable price for the attacker? Let us know down below. Whilst Firmino could be making the switch from Premier League to Serie A, one move going in the opposite direction is nearing completion, as West Ham look to be closing in on the signing of Sassuolo's Gianluca Scamacca. Here's what Darmesh Chef said about the impending move on Sky Sports.
There he is. So West Ham fans, I think they can start getting a little bit excited now, because this one looks like it's going to happen. We think there'll be a medical over the next 24 or 48 hours before he completes that move. And we've been told that it's a contract that's 5 years, with West Ham holding an option for a further year. So there's Gianluca Scamacca leaving an airport in Rome, London bound, West Ham United bound. The deal is done. Personal terms are done. It is now just subject to a medical before he becomes a West Ham United player.
Sassuolo's CEO Giovanni Carnevali has also confirmed the departure of the 23-year-old, saying that the fee to be paid is €36 million plus €6 million in add-ons and a 10% sell-on clause, before admitting, "I'm sure he will do great things. He's a huge talent and a very good guy." So with this deal basically signed, sealed and delivered, what do you lot make of this move? Will Scamacca be a success in the Premier League? Answers in the comments please. To Inter Milan next, who are desperately looking to raise funds in order to make other moves in the market. The arrival of Romelu Lukaku has left no room in the club's wage budget, meaning the Nerazzurri missed out on a number of targets this summer, including centre-back Bremer, who moved to Juventus, and Paulo Dybala, Roma's latest recruit. So attention has turned to who they can offload while still remaining competitive in Serie A, and 3 names have risen to the top of the list: Edin Dzeko, Alexis Sanchez and Denzel Dumfries. Starting with Sanchez, the Chilean currently earns €6 million at the San Siro, and according to Corriere dello Sport, is currently considering an offer from Marseille, which will allow him to remain in the Champions League for the upcoming campaign. As for Dzeko, the Bosnian remains under contract with the club until 2023 as one of their highest earners, earning close to €10 million this season. And as keen as Inter are to offload his wages, there are few clubs likely to offer a comparable wage. When it comes to Denzel Dumfries, however, last season's Serie A runners-up are hoping for a mega payday. The Dutchman only joined the side from PSV last summer, costing just €15 million, and 12 months on, they value him at €50 million, willing to entertain any offers that come in at that level. And wouldn't you know it, Manchester United are interested in doing just that, preparing to make an offer that would unite him with countryman Erik ten Hag at Old Trafford, or at least so say Gazzetta dello Sport. It's unknown if United would be willing to meet that valuation, but for now they remain favourites to sign the 26-year-old, with ten Hag unconvinced on Diego Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This is definitely a move to keep your eye on as we head into the final month of the transfer window. So that was this week's Euro Transfer Talk. Let me know what you guys made of the rumours and any other rumours that we did not cover down below in the comments section. If you want to watch more Euro Football Daily, then click on screen right now. And as always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.